Hey everyone, it's Heather Marie with Heather Marie Speaks and the 707 Red Button Club, and I'm here on location today at Boots to Suits with the founder, Sue Farrell. Hey Sue, thank you so much for joining us today.
We are thrilled to have you.
I'm so excited to be here and see this operation. It's amazing. So Boots to Suits was founded by you. Tell us how you started it, what made you start it, and how long you guys have been in operation.
This program was actually started in memory of my late husband Joe, who was a naval submarine commander.
Oh, wow.
And very active. Even after his retirement, when he went into the corporate world, he still followed his vets and did a lot of local projects with the Virginia War Memorial, etc. I lost Joe to a cancer back in 2013, but in 2014 he had a beautiful corporate closet of clothing, and I thought there's something good that can be done with these beautiful pieces of apparel.
Yeah.
And so I started the program with his closet, and then reached out to some of his golfing buddies, and they got into their closets, and I ended up with 300 suits.
That's amazing.
And what we did was, for the first time in the country, started a free program for transitioning vets to come and get 2 complimentary business interview apparel outfits. And we do both men and women.
That's wonderful.
And we started it Veterans Day 2014, so we're in our 6.5 year.
Wow.
And just absolutely thrilled with its success and the lives that we've touched.
Absolutely, that's wonderful. I know I have family members and grandparents that were veterans as well, so that's a wonderful thing to be able to pay it forward, especially after the passing of your husband, to keep his memory alive by doing this. I love that.
Well, it's magic, and I feel tremendously privileged to be able to deal with our veterans. They're an incredible collection of men and women that have had challenges.
Yeah.
We also do healthy veterans, and we do some that may have been impacted by their combative assignments. And so we have a wonderful rapport with McGuire's Hospital.
I love that.
As well as Walter Reed. And then, of course, just like Dale with 707, we have an incredible partnership of community helpers that come and help us style and also donate to our cause.
I love that. Well, my platform is all about mental health awareness and definitely encouraging people to take care of their mind, body, and soul. This allows people to be able to come in and feel cared for. So I love that you're being able to give this service to veterans that have served our country, and then you're able to care for them and help them to transition into the work field.
And you know that unfortunately with some of the mental health issues that we deal with, and we see it here regularly, they often, because of the medications they're on, are not, and having been fit by the military.
Right.
When they're transitioning, their weights change
Yes.
a lot because of their medication. So we're very sensitive about accommodating them and getting the best fit and the best quality that we can put on the vet.
That's wonderful. Well, I know the Red Button Club with 707 is honored to be able to be a part of this and to be able to help support you guys by helping with donations and the clothing bags and with the veterans that come through. So this is a wonderful program. This program cannot operate without volunteers. So I know you've got some great volunteers here, and they're going to be talking with me a little bit about why they chose to be a part of this. And you're expanding. So how can people find you? How can they donate? How can veterans come and be a part of this and be able to receive the suits?
I'm glad you asked that.
Yes.
This is wonderful. They can go to our website, which is www.boots2suits, and 2 is T-O, not the numeral, bootstosuits.org, and they can donate either apparel, and we are picky about our apparel because we only want the best for our vet.
That's great.
Or they can make monetary donations. We also participate in some of the local golf events. And some of the PGA comes here once a year. They can donate through Birdies for Charity as well.
I love that.
So we are open to both apparel donations. They must be clean. We're not going to put something soiled on our vet.
Yes.
And the quality. We're very picky about our quality.
Well, I saw that one of your volunteers that'll be on camera in just a few minutes. She showed me how you guys measure everything, check everything. These are not hand-me-downs. These are high-quality suits that people have donated, and I love that you're caring about giving people high-quality things. It's helping them to feel good on the outside so they can also feel good on the inside.
It's true, and just like what 707 provides to their client, we have that same kind of high standard of quality that we want to put on our vets, both the men and the women, because we do both. And it's it's a lot of fun, I will tell you.
I can
love
tell
it.
you're having fun, and I can tell you've got a passion and a heart for this. So thank you so much for what you're doing.
Thank you for coming.
Absolutely. And 707 Red Button Club, again, is thrilled to be a part of this Boots to Suits program, this nonprofit that helps the veterans to be able to dress from the military back into the work field. So thank you so much again, Sue, and we look forward to talking to some of her volunteers. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm here again with one of the Boots to Suits volunteers, Mary Lawson. Hi, Mary.
Hi, how are you, Heather?
So nice to have you today. I'm well. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
Good. So tell me how you got started with volunteering with Boots to Suits and what you do here.
Well, I started as a friend of Sue Farrell, former real estate agent at Joyner Farm Properties with her, and I was working at Saks Fifth Avenue as an associate, and she approached me and said she needed some help with Boots to Suits. So I just loved the idea, and that's how I got started.
That's wonderful. Now, you showed me around, and I loved the detail that you went into as far as how people check in, what they do, how you guys check the clothes when they're donated, how everything is done as far as an operation goes. Can you give people kind of an idea of start to finish how that goes here?
Yes. Our veterans have to be vetted through the transition program, and they fill out a sizing sheet that they are supposed to have professionally done, but it doesn't always work that way. And so we have a starting point. So they will come in, it's done by appointment only, and with their size, we get the sizing sheet first. And we pull clothing for them before they come. They will get 2 dress shirts, a sport coat, and a pair of trousers, a suit, and 3 to 4 ties.
Okay.
So we start with the blue blazer and or sport coat and a pair of trousers and shirt, and then we pick ties for that, and then they will go to a suit.
That's great. Now, there is a veteran here right now that's getting
Yes.
fitted for something, so it's great to be able to see this in person
Yes.
as well. The whole process seems really smooth, they're calm, and it's definitely a great way to just allow them to feel pampered for a little while where they're coming in
Oh,
here.
they absolutely do, and you meet so many fabulous people.
Yeah.
And the age range varies. Sometimes we get young people who are early 20s, they've been in 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we have 50-year-old men.
Yeah, that's
And
great.
ladies, so.
Yeah. Do you feel like you have a balance of both male and female that comes through, or is it mostly
We have
men?
more men than
More
we
men.
do ladies, but so consequently we give the ladies more clothes.
Right. That's great. Well, it's wonderful that you're able to volunteer here and be able to use your gifts and talents to be able to help others, especially with your experience with Saks Fifth Avenue, and also with real estate. Sometimes with real
Yes.
estate, you've got an eye to be able to kind of see how things go and
Right.
help other people to be able to pair things. So thank you so much for being a part of this. Here with another volunteer, Rosemary, and she is here when she's helping the veterans that come through and helping to dress them. So tell us a little bit about how you got involved here and what you do with the Boots to Suits.
I heard of it through Mary, one of the other volunteers, about a year ago.
Okay.
I was looking for a volunteer position to sort of sink my teeth into,
Yeah.
and thought that it sounded like a very rewarding environment to be in. So I started, a year ago. And I work more as a processor. I'm more in the back room.
Okay.
I have some face-to-face with the veterans when they're in, but as items are donated, I just screen them over, make sure they're not damaged, stained, and then once it meets our criteria, then I label it, tag it, measure it, and hang it on the racks.
That's great. So when people are donating these items, obviously I love that you guys are vetting to make sure that these are high quality donations you're giving to the veterans. What do you do with the items that don't quite meet the standard? Are you able to donate them again?
We are, yes, absolutely. 100% of those get donated
That's great.
to Goodwill and various other organizations around town.
Yeah, that's wonderful. What kind of environment would you say? I know I have come in here and just seen it firsthand of that it's a very calm and smooth process, but is this something the way it goes all the time? When people come in, it's a pretty smooth process for people?
Yes, our appointments are booked usually at least 30 minutes apart. We are a very small space here, so we're not able to accommodate much waiting. So you have one veteran usually at a time coming in for suiting, and we pull the garments usually the day before, so that when they get here, we have a lot pulled for them. If what we've pulled doesn't suit, then we go back to the racks and find more options.
That's great. You're prepared and being able to help people.
Right.
It's a proven fact that helping other people actually helps your own mental health. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like this has been something that's been positive for you to do during the pandemic?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
It could not be more positive. The veterans are so appreciative. And when the donors come in to donate items, I mean, they feel good as well that they're
Yeah.
giving into such a good cause.
I love that. Well, you ladies and gentlemen here are doing a great job being able to help other people. Thank you so much for what you're doing.
Oh, our pleasure.
Hi, Bruce.
Hi, how are you, Heather?
Good. Thank
Good.
you so much for joining me today and talking about what you're doing here with Boots to Suits.
My pleasure.
I love that you're able to help style these veterans that are coming in to get their suits. So tell me how you got involved with Boots to Suits and how you have experience with styling.
Well, my only experience with styling is that I've always tried to dress well.
I love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have no prior clothier experience.
Sometimes it comes naturally.
Not a great deal of training,
Okay.
except life training
Yes.
in this area. I'm a retired banker,
Okay.
so when I retired and began looking for volunteer opportunities, the mind gravitated toward friends I knew that were happy in their volunteer activities.
Yeah.
We are long-term. My wife and I are long-term friends of both Sue and Mary.
Okay.
So, and my wife worked for Sue formerly in a different life. So they are. So I began to think, well, Boots to Suits. It certainly sounds like a worthy cause. Though I have no direct experience in it, I'd love to give it a try.
I love that.
So I came on board about 6 months ago, and have been here every Wednesday since then, or occasionally on other days as well when needed, and we have a great time.
That's wonderful.
It's a good team, and we just always enjoy seeing the vets. Great variety of people, always engaging. Love to hear their stories, find out about where they've been, where they are, where they're going.
Yeah. Well, we've been observing a little bit of the activity that's gone on because while we're here, you've got veterans that are actually coming through.
Yes.
And seeing you guys in action is just a wonderful thing to watch because, again, you're helping other people. And helping others not only helps them, but it helps your own mental health because you're being able to give back.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a wonderful thing. What kind of stories have you heard from some of the veterans that have come through of just how this has been able to bless them?
Well, many of the veterans have had truly nothing but their uniforms. They've lived in uniforms now for 20, 22 years in some cases, and we have had veterans that came in and said, I literally have no other civilian clothes than the ones I wore in your door today.
Oh, wow.
So, in that way, I find that the finding of the clothes is one thing, but just the conversation
Yes.
around how to dress for success, how to dress for your next interview,
Right.
how to dress for your next job, is as much a blessing and a benefit to the veterans as the actual clothing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, the conversation is so important, especially in these days and times when everybody's so socially distanced. Being able to have that communication with someone else is a
Exactly.
great thing. So thank you so much for what you're doing here for the veterans that come through, for giving your time and service. It's a wonderful thing to watch. And I'm here today with military veteran Tyrone, and he's here to be able to get fitted with Boots to Suits. So I'm excited to be able to talk to him about his experience and also his service. Thank you so much for your service in the military.
Thank you for your support.
Absolutely. We chatted just a little bit. So you're from Georgia. How did you get involved in the military?
I just growing up, my mom was in the Air Force, and so I figured I wanted to try the same, try
Okay.
a different route. I tried the Army.
That's wonderful. What do you currently do within the military?
I'm an 88 Mike, it's more the transportation, so
Okay.
a lot of traveling with personnel and goods and deliver it to different units.
That's great. And are you going to be staying in? Or are you transitioning out? What is your career path?
I'm transitioning out right now.
Okay. And what would you like to do in your career?
My career, I would either like to continue driving trucks on the private sector or maybe logistics side.
Okay, that's wonderful. So how did you hear about Boots to Suits?
Through my TAP program, they told me about it, and I read up on it and wanted to try it out.
That's wonderful. And your experience here so far today coming in, how did you like the way that you were fitted and greeted by everyone?
Oh, everybody's here is nice, very professional. I've never owned a suit, so it's all new to me. So I like the suit. I love the suit, actually.
Yeah, you look very dapper. I loved the khaki color with the blue. It definitely looks handsome on you. You look like you're ready to go do some business.
I feel professional.
That's
Ready to
great.
do business.
Well, I'm so excited that we got a chance to be able to talk to you today. I love that you've been able to have a great experience while you've been here, and I wish you the best of luck in your career.
Thank you so much.
Well, Eric, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So tell me a little bit about, thank you again for your service, but tell me how you got involved in the military and how you were able to get involved and connected here with Boots to Suits.
Well, I joined the military 20 years ago as a very entitled young man, and the Navy did its job to make me a little more humble.
Okay.
and a very diverse career, from aviation to driving ships to cybersecurity.
Wow.
And in the process of transitioning, I learned about the program, and I got terrible innate fashion sense, so figured I could use all the help when transitioning into the civilian market.
That's wonderful.
That's how I got here.
That's wonderful. And what kind of work field are you looking at going into?
I'd like to stay in the technology or cybersecurity market. I find it intellectually challenging.
Okay.
More challenging than pronouncing words correctly.
Well, I hear that you've got a little bit of experience with acting as well.
Yeah, bad experience. Hence, yeah.
Well, any
spontaneous
experience
interviews.
is some experience, so at least you've got that under your belt.
Yeah.
Speaking of experiences, how was your experience here today with getting fitted and having Bruce do the styling and the ladies help you with picking out items?
It was phenomenal. I had no idea what to expect, and they made me feel completely at ease and didn't push anything on me, but fed off of what I felt, what I expressed made me comfortable, and I took their input, which just helped the whole process feel very natural.
That's great. Well, I'm so glad that you were able to come and participate with Boots to Suits. I know they were very excited to be able to help you. And again, thank you so much for your service. Thank you guys for joining us today on Heather Marie Speaks with 707 Red Button Club. And until next time, I'll talk to you soon, and we hope you have a great day. Thank you again, Eric.
Thank you.
Special thanks to the Heather Marie Speaks talk show sponsors, including VA Style Magazine, our VA Fashion Week, 707 and the 707 Red Button Club, Very Ashley, and Queen Bee and Company.